I played against Thierry Henry when he come back to Arsenal from Barcelona, and he wore the number 12 shirt. I remember the game, Al. We probably hammer players are doing it now when they're looking at a player to get their top at the end of the game. That was me. I was that guy. I was, joking. Mate. I had my Range Rover in 3 years ago in Chelsea High Street, parked on the side road. They broke into it, stole my bag, stole my belongings, phoned the police. Didn't come out.
I'm telling you.
Scary.
Toxic Britain, not Great Britain. Sorry. Hello, it's Alan Brazil here from the famous London Bridge Hotel, opposite the news building. We've just finished breakfast. I'm with Gabby. And Gabby, how are you?
I'm very well. Good show again, Al.
Oh, hello. Absolutely. And you brought in your mate as well.
Yeah,
Ashley
my
Young.
mate. Yeah,
lovely.
he's a good lad, weren't he? Spoke well.
Sounds a pound. Sound.
Yeah, I think as well, some of his stories, I mean, like he says, winning the Scudetto, winning the Premier League, Europa League, top player, and I really enjoyed him coming in.
No, I really, at first time I met him, to be honest, and I have to say, gentleman, really, and I said, and you don't want to talk about this, ask me anything, which is great. So he's very comfortable and very relaxed. It was great.
Yeah, of course, and he's one that we'll try and get in more regularly as
Absolutely.
well. And I'm sure when he retires, he'll probably do a straight strop with me. I'll be at the door. He'll be in on a Thursday morning with you, mate.
Well, you can shack up with
Hawksby and Jacobs.
No, Susanna.
Susanna Reid.
Fancies a bit of that, but she's terrible. Honestly, Gab. She's much older
I said she's
than
a
you.
nice lady. She's a nice lady.
Anyway, the heat wave is over. Why are you dressed as if you're down in Palm Beach?
So, Alan, what I do, mate, is I check the weather forecast on the app before I pack my bag from Birmingham. Yeah. I looked this week. It said Thursday, Friday, 25 and sun. And today it is not 25 and it's not sun. So I've got very chilly legs.
But that tells me you're going to Bournemouth, not back to Brum.
I might be going to Bournemouth. I will see on the weather forecast.
How's the house pints down there? Good?
The what, sorry?
House pints.
House points? What do you mean by that?
Are you in favour down in Bournemouth?
I am indeed, yeah. You know what, man? Al, some nice people down there. I saw
One in particular?
I saw Harry Redknapp once, right, at the beach, Sandbanks Beach. He was parking his car. By the time he parked his car, there were like 15 people waiting by his car.
Yeah.
And I felt a bit bad for him. You know, like, he just wants to go to the beach for a bit of food with his missus.
You were jealous?
Yeah, no one recognised me. I don't know why.
Well,
I was like, I'm over here. I'm over here.
Dressed like that, it says, excuse me, sir, you got a couple of towels I can rent?
This is my Montego Bay gear, Al.
So, Gab, now here's one. A long-lost model of an X-Wing fighter that was used in the original Star Wars. Are you a Star Wars man?
No.
No?
Not interested in that nonsense.
Oh, has been put up for auction. Bids are starting around 300 grand for the 20-inch toy. Can you believe it?
300,000?
20-inch toy.
Wow.
So then, Gab, what's the most expensive piece of memorabilia that you own? Are you into that?
No, I'm not really into buying memorabilia, but what I do have, Al, is like something that when I got it, I was obsessed with it. I played against Thierry Henry when he come back to Arsenal from Barcelona, and he wore the number 12 shirt. I remember the game, Al. We probably hammer players are doing it now when they're looking at a player to get their top at the end of the game. That was me. I was that guy. I was,
joking.
Mate.
Man-marking.
I was man-marking Thierry. After the game,
is a can we cut that?
I had to.
You should mention that. That's a disgrace.
I had to, mate, and I'm not embarrassed because he was my idol when I was growing up. I wanted to wear the vapors like him. I wanted to try and finish like him because I was quick. I thought I could be him. Nowhere near, not even 100th of Thierry Henry, but I was just obsessed. I was like, I got his shirt, and I don't think he took mine. I think we swapped shirts, but I think I get mine. But I remember during COVID, I had it in a frame in the house, took the frame down, smashed it open, opened it up, got the shirt out and wore it during COVID. Because I was losing my mind like us all during COVID. I was at home losing my mind alone, and I thought I'm going to wear that around the house.
I think you're underestimating yourself.
Yeah.
I think Thierry could be down Cap Ferrat in the French Riviera, right? Doing his version of a La Podcast and telling people he's got your shirt.
No. I don't think he wanted it. I think he would have threw that in the bin, my shirt. But you know what is out? There's one player that like I was obsessed with, and it was Thierry Henry. I played against him once at the Highbury, the last season in the Highbury when I was 19. Too young and too scared to ask for a shirt. Didn't ask him. He come back. So that was a shirt that I wore during COVID around the house. And just obsessed with Thierry Henry.
Did you?
What about yourself?
In COVID, I've got a little annex, 1-bedroom annex. And because of COVID, I used to come in and do the shows, but I was so bored at home. I've got to get out. I can't stay at home all day. So I changed my 1-bedroom annex with a little living room and a kitchen into a pub. So
I think I've seen the pictures of that, actually.
Yeah.
I think I've seen the pictures.
So we changed it in a pub. So, about 7 o'clock at night, say, anyone fancy the pub? And we'd walk 30 yards and we'd go in to the pub. And we'd get the Scrabble out and we'd have a few beers and a glass of wine. Bloody lovely.
Was the missus allowed inside? Or?
Yeah.
Certain times?
Yeah, and the kids would come. So we had to be careful. But, we weren't breaking any rules. And we'd always keep our distance as well. They'd be outside with the kiddies running about, and we'd be inside. So you had to be careful.
Yeah, to be careful.
And I hate to say it could be coming back.
Yeah. So what do you think about grown men with toys? So someone's obviously paying $300,000 for this Star Wars.
Well, one thing I would say, Gab, right, is it's ridiculous, I think, but that could be worth 500 grand in... I don't know, in 15 years.
Do you think an investment, someone might buy it?
It's like people spend fortune on old cars, don't they?
Yes.
And it's tax-free. So everyone's looking for an angle to use their money. People who are in a very fortunate position, they've got spare cash. What do they do with it without paying tax? So they will buy old cars. And maybe this comes into that category. I don't know.
Yep, could be that.
But they seem to, people who've got loads of money seem to accumulate more and more.
More and more by doing that. Here's a strange one for you, Al. I don't know about this one. It's a bit of a weird one. So a couple are suing an airline over a farting dog.
What?
That they claim ruined their long-haul flight. They're demanding a refund from Singapore Airlines after their 13-hour trip was wrecked by a parping pooch. So what's the worst flight you've had, Al? And the best? Maybe the Sydney one? What was that like?
Is a dog allowed on a long haul? I thought they had to go in the hold. Maybe it was a small dog.
Yeah.
But maybe they blamed the dog. Maybe it was them that were pooping. Eh? You ever thought about that, Gab?
It could be, yeah.
Maybe that's why maybe they've got a problem with their guts. Maybe that's why they bring the dog.
It was them, not the dog. Have you been on the crazy flights or?
I was Singapore Airlines. To be fair to them, is probably them and Emirates are the best I've ever flown.
Yes.
And I flew. I think it was Singapore because we stopped at Changi Airport in Singapore, which was magnificent. Where I was very, very fortunate. A friend of a friend's a travel agent. Got me a special deal when I was first class, and you had to, sir, what time would you like your shower when we land at, what shower? I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, shower.
No, we had a beautiful bathroom, shower, you could relax after it. Oh, it was magic, absolutely magic. And we are talking
all the way.
All the way.
How far is that? 13 hours?
Singapore would be, in fact, I think I was on my way to Australia. I might have been going to Australia, but Singapore, and then you get to Changi, the lounge, and I was Dom Perignon out. That was the house champagne. Oh, no more of that. How can you do that? But what an airport that is! What an airline!
I can imagine.
I've been in a few horror flights as well, but that one was beautiful. Emirates as well, stunning.
You know what stood out for me, mate? On my best ever flight, this was like in my heyday playing for Villa. We had the 6 weeks off season, Vegas with the lads. So we went out, Al. So I don't know why, for some reason, we thought being hungover for a flight would make you sleep the whole 11 hours to Vegas. Didn't work like that. So we went out in Mayfair, went clubbing, woke up in the morning, 8 a.m. in Sanderson Hotel.
Nice.
Not far from...
all the candles on the bar?
Yeah. We woke up, got to the airport, flew at 11, 12. Al, when I'm telling you, by the time the seatbelt sign was off, on the bar at on Virgin Atlantic, you've seen it as well, you've been on there, on the upper class bar, you've got like a table. We had the table for the whole flight. We was on there for like 11-hour flight, we were allowed to sit on there for 9 hours.
You're not a boozer, really, Gary.
No, Al, we drank the plane
dry. Were you
dry.
the plants when they weren't looking?
No, I was drinking. What we done, We got the pack of cards out. We played a card game for 9 hours, and like if you lost, your forfeit was to do a shot, like a shot of vodka or a shot of anything that was available. And before we know it, they weren't allowed, but some of the air hostesses got involved.
Oh, hello.
And obviously,
Hello.
being in your 20s,
Mile
Al,
High Club. Here we go.
being in your 20s and wanting to have a little, party with the air hostesses, got involved, and they weren't drinking, but they were playing cards with us.
Were they?
Yeah, they weren't drinking because they were on the plane, but they were playing cards with us when it was like time for each other's to break. I just remember getting off the plane out, and I didn't know where I was. Got to security. You know what they're like in America? They look at you like, what you doing here? So I remember the guy asking me like, what are you here for? I've gone, slurring my words, partying. I had to go in the room. You know, they take you to the room where like...
It's never happened to me.
Well, there's a room that you go to. Well, basically, sometimes if your name is of a certain name, they put you into this room, and they were like, "So, Agbonlahor, where's that name from?" I went in now, and like they were like, "Okay, no problem. It all looks fine. Your name, your passport, blah blah blah." And then into Vegas, we didn't sleep for like 36 hours. Partying away, air hostesses come and met us at the nightclub, and that's where the story ends.
Oh, dear.
That's where the story ends.
Hello. You were a naughty boy, Gabby.
But that was just like being 23, 24, the excitement of going Vegas. You got 6 weeks off. You know you and your mates are going to have a wild time. Honestly, Al, the best times of my life in Las Vegas.
Did you come back with any money?
No.
No.
But when I come back, I remember coming back from Vegas once, right, during the summer holidays. I don't know what happened to me. I think I had alcohol poisoning. So I had to go to the club doctor because I was sweating and shivering at the same time. You know when you got that fever? Went to the doctor, give me some tablets. What did I do, Al? 3 days later, I flew back to Vegas.
No.
Like an addict.
Really?
Flew back to Vegas. So I went there twice in the summer. We was addicted. Unbelievable.
But not the tables, the party.
Oh, no, not gambling. We didn't gamble at all. No, I didn't gamble at all. No. We was there for the pool parties, everything.
How much were you paying for vodka and stuff like that? Bottles of vodka, tell the truth.
So luckily, my agent and financial advisor, he was very nice, and he said that, you know what you earn in this 6 weeks off, you can spend it all. So we would go wild. So you'll go in there and you're getting tables, and you're getting like £3,000 table minimums, £4,000 table minimums a night.
Just have a table.
To have a table, but you
That's
obviously get not just a table, but your drinks involved. So you have to spend £4,000, and obviously if you're doing that afternoon, night for 10 days, it adds up, doesn't it? You're talking like big money. But
my league.
But he said to me at the time, he's like, you know what? You have a long season now. Why can't you go wild in the summer? Then the season starts, and then you don't go out as much.
Yeah.
So they were wild times.
In those days, you were getting 75 grand a week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you had to pay tax.
Yeah, I didn't understand the tax thing, Al. I didn't get it, mate. Like you got your pay slip, and it wasn't the full.
Hold on.
It wasn't the full 300,000 on the payday every month. I was shocked that you had to pay tax, but yeah, they took it out before you got paid. But no, them Vegas holidays, Al, were wild.
I went to Vegas to watch Ricky Hatton against Mayweather.
Yeah.
And I was really excited about it. I went with Ronnie Irani.
Was it?
And I played a few tables, and then ended up in the Bellagio piano bar. Met some guys from Holyrood, my old school in Glasgow. Hadn't seen them for ages. And I'd, believe it or not, I'd ringside.
Did ya?
And eventually...
Big fight.
Eventually I said, guys, I've got to go. I've got ringside. I've got to see the big fight. And the guy at the bar looked around and says, what fight? I said, Ricky Hatton. He says, he lost last night.
How did you miss it?
Because I was too busy talking and drinking.
Was ya?
Playing tables, coming back. Bellagio piano bar, fantastic. And I missed my flight home.
It's a special place, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll try to get the missus to go. She won't go over my dead body.
Why though?
Well, she's tight. She don't like losing money.
Yeah, but as much as you can gamble there's so many shows.
I know. But
there's shows you can go, isn't there?
I remember talking about flights. I remember going to the World Cup in Brazil.
What year was that?
Rio. Oh God, you got me. But the last one.
When I lost to Germany in the final.
Yeah. And I got on the plane. I can't sleep on planes, but it was some trip. Oh dear. But it was really early. It was a 4 o'clock start with the time difference. And I'm going to work to the studio, And the working girls are there. I say, hi, Gary, would you like a good time? Sorry, I'm like you. I'm working as well, out of the way. And I go to the studio to do the show, then hit the beach, hit the bar. Oh, I got on the plane. And it was BA first class. And it was very, very quiet.
Yeah.
They said, can we make a bed up for you, Mr. Brazil? I says, waste of time. I don't sleep in the plane. He went, no, you look really tired. No, waste of time. I don't sleep. Anyway, they made my bed up just in case after we'd taken off. I woke up at Heathrow. They had to wake me up.
Did ya? All the way?
I was wrecked. Absolutely
You need
wrecked.
that though sometimes, don't you?
But another time coming back from where were we? I think it might have been Singapore again. And again, I was lucky I got an upgrade and I'm in first. And the Moose and all them were above in business. And the red wine they had was magnificent. And I mean magnificent. And I hate to admit this, but it was a long flight. I said to the beautiful stewardess, I said, I'll have some more red wine then, please. She went, I'm sorry, sir, after a couple of minutes. We've ran out. I said, what do you mean run out? First class, you can't run out. She said, but you've had 3.5 bottles.
Is that what you had?
Yeah. And I said, well, yeah, but what's going on? Is there no more? I said, do me a favour, go up to business, see if they've got any. It won't be as nice, I don't care. Just come back to them another bottle. So I just can't, normally I can't sleep in planes.
But this, I'm like that sometimes, and I think when you're going on holiday as well, that excitement, it's hard to not.
Yeah, coming back.
Yeah, you sleep on you.
Oh, what about? Did you read that the other day about this? Is it Lavia?
Yes.
Lavira, where the alcohol flowed freely. They lost how many? 2 million litres of red wine. Have you seen the picture?
I've seen the pictures, but
it's like a torrent of water.
I couldn't believe it. What would that have been in money?
Well, it was Portuguese wine, so it's not exactly Bordeaux.
But it would have been expensive
With the
though.
respect to the Portuguese.
Oh, but it would have been a lot of money though.
No. So, what about moaners, Gab? Right, we got one or two moaners at talkSPORT. The chunks always moaning.
Yep.
What about moaners? Any big moaners at Villa when you were there?
Stadium Petrov was a big moaner, but
about what?
But in a good way. He was moaning about if you players weren't doing their job or something wasn't right. But I found out the big moaners were like the goalkeepers. Just save the ball. Yeah, but
crazy.
What wound me up about goalkeepers was you're moaning, but you don't keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
We used to come in at half time, right, and we were 1-0 up or 2-0 up or whatever, and we'd say clean sheet wins us the game.
Yeah.
Clean sheet second half wins us the game. They'd concede. Then they'd come in moaning. Brad Guzan, Brad Friedel, Shay Gifford.
Shay
you didn't do this.
Like Shay?
Yeah, Shay's a top lad, top lad. But keeper just moaned though.
Yeah.
Moan.
We had a guy winger who Cass would know very well, Kevin O'Callaghan. Callie was known. I was at Millwall, came to Ipswich. Great left foot. Played for Ireland, Republic of Ireland. Oh God, did he moan? But he was so funny. But geez, he talk about swearing and moaning. But it was quite funny because we used to wind him up
all the time.
And make it worse. Gatesy, my mate, Erik Gates was another one. He'd whinge all the time.
Do you think you moan?
Oh. No, not at all.
Not at all, no.
No.
You was moaning just about the filming.
No, I'm just trying to make it comfortable for us and have a look at the bar now. It's pretty full. And the London Bridge Hotel was full, and we were taking half the hotel up. So I don't like doing that.
You don't moan I don't know, if you're at home and.
Oh, I do. When
little things what annoy you.
My bad's backing off. When everyone's on it, then I have a whinge. Don't worry about that.
Do you moan if people misplace stuff that you're looking for and?
Not really. No. I'm pretty easy, to be honest. People normally moan at me.
Yeah. I think I moan at little things I don't know. Real things that wind me up out is when the train's delayed.
Yeah.
When.
Oh, I tell you what I do moan about. Now you've mentioned it. The roads in this country are a scandal.
Everywhere's roadworks.
Disgrace.
Everywhere.
It's disgusting.
Everywhere.
But why do they all do it at the same time? The M11 coming out of London, the A12 coming out of London, both knackered with roadworks. Why can't they do one so at least you've got a getaway? And then do the other one when the A12. Oh, it just does my head.
But you see what
There's
annoys.
no common sense in the world anymore.
You see what annoys me out. I don't know what the motorways are like by you, but do you always get on the motorway and it's 40 miles an hour?
Well, not always, but
majority of the time.
Oh.
Birmingham, there's an M42 out, and I don't care if it's night time, morning, early morning, 40 miles an hour. That's what causes the traffic.
Yeah.
If you just have it at 70, there'll be no traffic. Everyone drives freely. They put it down to 40.
I don't know where they get it from. It's like London, where we are now. It's diabolical. We're talking 20 mile an hour. A lot of the boroughs
Exactly,
all around.
yeah, exactly.
It's just an absolute con. It's a joke. They're trying to do away with motor cars. And it's not fair. In this new zone, they're not hitting the rich. They're hitting the poor people
Yes,
who can't
they
get
are.
rid of the car and buy one that is okay standard-wise that they don't have to pay.
Yeah, they do.
So they're hitting the poor people. It's not fair. The guy's an idiot. The mayor of London is a clown, a joke, an idiot. Of course I don't moan.
So, Alan, I know you've heard the news about Freeman's catalogue, 118 years.
Who?
Freeman's, never heard of it?
I've never bought anything out of catalogue.
Haven't you? Why not?
No.
We used to always, back in the day,
No,
catalogues.
you did not.
Yes, we did.
No, you didn't.
Honestly, catalogues all the time.
Did you?
Yeah, and there's a place that we used to have on the high street where we were from in Erdington. Always, you'd go there and, go and get stuff from. But don't you feel now that a lot's changed now? Is there anything that you feel that you'd like to come back? I don't know. You talk about a Walkman, you talk about cameras no more. Everyone's got a phone. You go on holiday, no one's got a big camera filming each other's holidays.
I have to say, without a phone now is murder. It just shows you how things change. And I don't have a camera. There might be one at home somewhere, but I use my phone for a camera. And to be fair, they're blooming good, aren't they? The actual picture you get, the image you get is fantastic. Dangerous, if you're...
Oh, of course, yeah, it's different times.
Saying that, a good camera, what else? Walkman? I used to like the Walkmans, yeah.
A lot's changed, though, hasn't it, over the time? And it's just when you look back at being a kid and it was like you'd have these big folders of pictures
Do you know what
that your
gets
dad
me
would
now?
take.
If I want to go shopping on my phone, right? Passwords. I'm now going to have a win.
Oh,
Them passwords do my head in.
I don't know any of mine.
Can you log in?
Yeah.
Where's your password?
Yes.
And you try about 3, and it's not there. So you go back into your wallet or wherever it is, your notes, and you can't find it. And they do honestly, in the end, I just don't do it. Why do you have to have a password to look if you're going to buy something?
And don't you think sometimes as well, now everywhere's card only?
No, it's coming back. Cash
No,
is coming
but
back.
that's what I'm saying. Some place I go. I remember the kids went to a few months ago. The kids went to Drayton Manor, and it was like, no, you can only pay for it card only. Card
There's
only.
bars now.
And one of the
Pubs you can
kids,
only pay by card.
but
It's a disgrace.
But sometimes you want to do you know what I mean? Go and pay in cash for something, and it's like no, cards only everywhere. I miss the days of
Well,
getting your cash out.
I read either today or yesterday that cash is now coming back.
Good.
People on it, but hole in the wall. You can't. The banks are all shutting.
Yeah, they are. No,
What
they
a
are.
joke that is. All
Yeah.
the banks are shutting
But why though?
because they're trying to save money and look after shareholders. That's why.
You're right.
And if you live in a village or a small town,
You
it's
know
not
what?
fair.
The more you say about that, by me, the banks have all closed. You're actually right. And by where my kids live, they've closed all of them. It's like they'll open one in a big area. That's the one you got to go to. Before, there were little village banks. You could go to a Lloyd's or a
It's
Halifax.
not fair for the older
They closed
people.
them all. Yeah.
And I'm not including myself in that.
No.
category
Old
yet.
is like 90 plus.
But the real old people, it's not fair. They're bemused. They don't know what to do with phones. They don't know how to, hole in the wall even's hard for some of them. They go into the bank. If they've got a problem and you go to the bank to see someone, forget it. Press 1. Okay, you're 3
you can't
options,
get a
press
meeting.
3.
Yeah.
It's just
You
it's
can't,
bollocks.
you can't get a meeting with the bank.
No.
They'll say to you, no, you can do it over the phone, and you can phone at this time. You couldn't get a meeting with a bank manager now and go into a branch and get a meeting. It's impossible.
No, it's out of order, honestly. It's bang out of order. But I do feel for the elderly.
Yes.
And this new intelligence coming out now. What is it, A1 or whatever they call it?
Yes.
I've been reading about it. It's scary.
I know it is. Yeah. AI. Yeah.
A1.
Have you seen the clip of Messi
AI.
speaking English? He looks actually normal. You not seen it?
It's scary.
AI have done Messi speaking in an interview, and he's speaking
Yeah.
English through
listened
AI.
to-
Scary.
Oh, what, Musk? Is it Elon
Yeah,
Musk?
Elon
I
Musk,
listen to
yeah.
him. And he says a double-edged sword. Now be careful because it will take over. And I said, well, you can do anything with this. if
Yeah,
really
you can. Yeah.
It's scary. It's like a supercomputer will do anything for you.
Yeah. Anything you wanted.
And that worries me a wee bit. That brings us back to the Star Wars wing. I'll tell you, it'll be like Star Wars soon. We'll be flying cars and all sorts.
You did say that though, didn't you? There'll be flying cars in the next.
Cars.
Yeah, you said
Just
there is
not-
now.
They're just not on the streets yet, but there's flying cars out there.
So you think they're ready to come out, the flying cars?
Well, there's prototypes that actually work.
It wouldn't surprise me, you know. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
at slow speed, but they are flying cars.
So
Wouldn't
you wouldn't have
surprise me.
to start whinging on that train, Gab. You could fly down in your car,
Honest, don't get me started.
your Land Cruiser.
Don't get me started. But hopefully tomorrow the train back to Birmingham for me
Yeah.
will be pleasant. No delays,
Of
no
course, it'll work
problems.
tomorrow.
I got a train last week, right? Quickly. Got on a train. Woman comes past. Sorry, there's going to be no service, no drinks, no food or anything. And I'm like, so do I get a refund for the train ticket then? She's like, no, so what you can do is you can go on this website and fill it all out and get your refund. Me being the me,
Yeah.
I went and tried to do it out. Be easier to get into the White House, mate, than fill out
Really?
this form. It's got a code to this form. You need 2 codes for that to get your refund. They make it difficult to
Disgrace.
you get your
And,
refund.
and then they'll tell you we only give you a ticket to get from A to B.
Yes.
Whatever else is on the train, refreshments, drinks, food, that doesn't count.
Doesn't
We're getting
count,
you
yeah.
from Birmingham to
Yes, that's what they said on it. It said if there's no drinks or anything, then that's a complimentary, really.
Yeah.
You're paying this amount for your ticket just to get from A to B, like you said.
Bollocks. It's ridiculous. It is.
Yeah.
It's absolute nonsense.
yeah.
I swear. But the world's just gone down.
I agree,
We
mate.
should be progressing. We're not.
We're not. I
And
agree.
as for Britain, it's not Great Britain anymore. It's just poxy Britain. It's crap now.
But you see things like that quickly out. I know we run out of time, but even like what you've got to pay if your car's a certain age, it's a disgrace.
Yeah.
You're getting charged money if you've got an older car.
What's gonna-
Sorry, I can't afford
I
a
tell
brand
you
new car. Like,
I tell you another whinge I've got. Right, we live in London. Range Rovers are all getting nicked, aren't they?
yeah,
It's hard to insure them now.
yes.
Even if you're insured, you phone up the police and say, "Oh, when was it? Give us a date. Da-da. Okay, what time roughly? Okay, are you insured? Yeah, we'll claim off your insurance. We'll try and get to you. Try and get to you.
Yeah, they're not
Some of
bothered.
these Range Rovers that people drive are 125 grand. We'll try and get to you. They don't care. They don't give 2 bob. They don't
didn't-
give 2 hoots.
I had my Range Rover in 3 years ago in Chelsea High Street, parked on the side road. They broke into it, stole my bag, stole my belongings, phoned the police, didn't come out. 2 days later, I get a message saying like we've concluded the investigation. Basically, like, not our problem.
Yeah.
They don't care, mate.
No, and burglars as well.
Yeah.
They can do what they like.
Yeah,
man.
they don't care.
I'm telling you.
Scary.
Poxy Britain,
Yeah.
not Great Britain. Sorry. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that. Bit of fun. Couple of beers. Lovely. That was our 4th debrief with myself, Alan Brazil, alongside Gabby Agbonlahor. Until next week, cheers. Enjoy the debrief.